Hey everyone, let's look at the Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here to the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to subscribe to our options trading live channel, we go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. Link is below in the description, along with the links to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook if you want to join the UVH fam. If you made money today, comment below, got paid. If you lost money today, comment below, learned a lesson. And if you could do me the favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Definitely appreciate it. Today, the market just went wild. I mean, action on the bull side and the bear side, but overall the bulls won. Today, I'm going to cover my trades here in a second, but I did make about $600 in realized profits. I'm up about 1K on the day. You know, I did trade. These are the small exchange for Tastyworks. I did trade the small 75. Also did the small precious metals. Made some small gains there. Definitely would have held if I knew the market was going to ramp up, because these definitely ramped up. I mean, I could have made additional $100 between the two of them, but hey, you can't be greedy. Just kind of trading them, trying to get used to what they are and trading some of the futures on them. But before we get into some of the trades, SPY, which we've been talking about last couple days, was really interesting. Came down to the 200-day. We zoom in, came down to the 200-day, crossed below it briefly. Even today, bounced back 301, came back ripping to 307. I mean, this end of the day pump was just, I mean, I definitely was not expecting that. I mean, I was having a pretty good day already, but this end of the day pump just pushed it to another level. I mean, it was just crazy, just crazy. So, you know, did come down here, bounce territory, bounced off the 200-day exactly, you know, just below it, came back up. Now at 307. We'll see if it wants to push back up into, you know, around 310, 312, which has been kind of getting stopped out, getting a little tired around that area. So we'll see what happens there on SPY. Futures are moving up a little bit right now. We did have the bank stress test come out. Bank stress test came out, and basically, you know, they said that they're going to have some more restrictions. They put new restrictions on the U.S. banking industry after its annual stress test found that several banks could get uncomfortably close to minimum capital levels in scenarios tied to the coronavirus pandemic. The Fed said in a release that big banks will be required to suspend share buybacks and cap dividend payments at their current level for the third quarter of the year. The regulators also said that it would only allow dividends to be paid based on a formula tied to a bank's recent earnings. Furthermore, the industry will be subject to ongoing scrutiny. For the first time in the decade-long history of the stress test, banks will have to resubmit their payout plans again later this year. So just crazy. So they're gonna be capping dividends, suspending share buybacks, just to ensure reliability of the banks. So we'll see how it plays out. Right now, JPM, these were definitely moving. JPM, definitely moving on the news, coming back up a little bit here, but it did ramp down to 96. Bank of America also came down. I don't know if Goldman Sachs also ran down. So be mindful. Watch the banks tomorrow. The banks are going to be hot. You know, XLF, which I've been looking at, XLF came down. I've been watching XLF right here around the 22.23 area. Did close at 23.59. Looks like it's in balanced territory to move back up to like 24.25 area, but XLF came back down to 23. Is bouncing back up. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. We don't know. We're gonna let that news marinate a little bit, see what happens. But I was bullish on the banks, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with this news. Right now, they are bouncing back. Nike just reported earnings. I do have a Nike position on. Nike sales are down 38%. They lost per share 51 cents, mainly due to stores being closed through the coronavirus. So, due to a lack of sales due to the coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So the impact from the coronavirus pandemic makes it difficult to compare the company's results to analyst estimates. So basically, they didn't know what was going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen. And, you know, nobody knows what's going to happen. essentially, we don't know where sales are going. We don't know what they're supposed to be. And coronavirus is still causing an issue. Sales in North America were down 46%. Sales in China were down 3%. So digital sales did source 75%, representing about 30% of the revenue. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. Right now, I was expecting Nike to be a little bit flat. Right now, Nike's down to 98. So Netflix, I did sell some Nike. I did sell some premium in there. I sold the 101 put, 101 call. I bought the 95 put, and I bought the 107 call. I did get 387 in credit. And looking at this, I really need it to be above 97 area, 97.15 to be break even, and on the high end, you know, just under 105. So we had a nice area to play with here for Nike earnings. So right now, if it opens up around 98, 98.50, we're going to be making 150 bucks, which is pretty good, pretty respectable. Getting a 387 credit, making 150 bucks. My risk was about 220. So my max loss 220 area. So Nike right now is in the green zone. So right now it's sitting at 98.44. So we're right in the green zone. So we're making about 100 bucks if it were open right now, right here tomorrow. So we'll see. You know, if it dips below 97, we're going to be losing some money. If it goes below 95, we're going to be losing a little bit of a stack. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I was anticipating Nike, you know, to come back up to just pretty much stay around the 100 area. I was looking at like 98 to 101. This is kind of my area. I didn't think it was going to push above 105. So, you know, premium was nice. It was like 125% implied volatility for this week expiration. So we're going to be getting a premium crush tomorrow plus data. So we should be able to pull out their green, even if it opens up around 98, 97. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. See if people want to buy the Nike dip. Maybe not, but I think so. We'll see. Kind of rambling on here. Anyways, couple trades I did today, a couple trades that I opened up. So first off was AMD. AMD got in this morning right here, 94-cent credit for next week expiration on AMD. Now AMD, 94-cent credit. I sold the 52 puts. I sold them in the money. I did buy the 50 puts. So we're up a little bit of money on this right now. This is for next week expiration. So it's a little bit of a riskier trade selling it in the money for next week expiration. But, you know, AMD, what I was looking at here, it came down into the buy the dip zone. And here we are right around 50. It bounced around. It came all the way down to like 50.50. It bounced back up all the way up to 52.50 and closed at like 51.93. So I do think that it's going to come back to like 53, 54 area, which will be able to exit the position, but it's not terrible. This is a small position. I mean, I'm up $24, up 12%. So this is a small position, just kind of tasting a little bit. Just wanted to kind of buy I haven't traded AMD in a hot minute, so I just wanted to put on a little bit of a position there, and I wanted to sell some premium because AMD definitely has been taking its time, just been chilling right in this area. So if it's kind of chilling, I'll let it go up a little bit. I'll sell some premium, let it kind of wind down and take profits that way versus trying to just buy calls, because it may not move fast enough for me for that. So that's why I sold premium in there. Boeing and Disney and DKNG, these three have been in my portfolio for over a month, just an eyesore, just max loss, basically just chilling. So what we can do is just keep pushing, making money. Facebook, I did open up a position for July. And what I'm looking for on Facebook is I did a debit spread. So I bought the 245 call, sold the 255 call against it, was up a little bit on that at close. And Facebook, what we're looking here on Facebook was we did come down to the 10-day moving average. It bounced up. Right now it's sitting right at the the 10-day moving average. And it looks like it wants to kind of ramp up to the 245 area. The other thing that I'm looking at here is Facebook earnings are on July 22nd. So Facebook earnings are July 22nd after the bell. So I went into the July 24th. Implied volatility for that expiration is only 40%. So I'm looking for implied volatility to increase to like 70%, maybe even 80%. That would definitely help out my position. That's why I went with the debit spread. Implied volatility was low. So I'm looking for that expansion and seeing if we can get a little bit push higher right into earnings. So we went a little bit higher there. We went a little bit further out from the money than I normally do, and that is why. Google did a quick day trade today on Google, made $125. Now Google was kind of risky. I bought the 1435 call for this week expiration, and kind of show you here 1435 made $125. And I bought it for $9.35, sold it for $10.60 this morning, all within 20 minutes of each other. So just kind of scalped it a little bit. So this 1435 call was a bit tough on Google. And this is why you take profits. So the 1435 call, let me just kind of show you how this went today. I mean, if we didn't get that end of the day ramp, I don't think it would have been profitable. So let's pull up this 1435 call here. So I bought the 1435 call at 935 at 925 this morning. As you can see, look at how choppy the pricing was. It went from 11 down to 6, 11, 12 down to 6. I mean, this was getting plus or minus 50%, like crazy, just insane. And I bought at 935 at 925 this morning. So I bought right in here and I wrote it up. It did reach all the way up to like 1190, but as you can see, so I sold at 1060 on this candle, and as you can see, it dropped all the way down to 750 and then came down to 689 and then ramped back up. So you can see on this particular chart, especially for tomorrow expiration, time is not on your side. And even though it closed higher, I mean, it didn't really go. I mean, I closed it for 1060, even though it was higher, it didn't close like the option pricing didn't close higher than what I sold it for earlier that day. I sold it for 1060 and it closed at 1030, even though it was higher on the day. It reached 1440. So be mindful. Theta is going to get you. They crush the premiums. So if you're scalping this kind of shows you when you're day trading how dangerous sometimes options trading can be. And when you don't take the profits, I mean, yes, you had a couple opportunities here to get out, but you can see you had to stomach some drops here. Going from $12 down to 6 or 7, that does not feel good. That does not feel good. And I'm sure many of you can testify that. So definitely glad I got out of that. Stayed disciplined. The one thing that I did do today was I stayed disciplined. Netflix was a swing trade that I had. Netflix is where I made most of the gains here. Netflix, we made $192 in realized profits. Were up $492 on the day, and that's because Netflix was literally wild. If we look at Netflix, I bought this for $590 yesterday, sold it for $686 today. So not great. I mean, Netflix, I'm actually glad I got out of this alive here on Netflix. So let me just show you on that 460 call. It did close in the money. So I bought it yesterday for $590. This morning, this thing tanked down. It hit down to $3. Pushed back up from $3 all the way up to $8. I got out at $6.86. Pushed up even higher, but I mean, this was definitely a risky trade. I'm definitely glad that I got out, but I didn't see. I mean, just crazy. I mean, the price action today on Netflix, I mean, it opened up around 460, dropped all the way down to 455, and then came roaring back to 465. So, we had some really good price movement, but you have to stay disciplined in taking your profits because, stuff like that's going to happen where it went from $3. I mean, this gives some good opportunity for you, but it depends on how much you're willing to stomach, So that's what we did on Netflix, was the only swing trade that I closed today. And Tesla was the final one. Tesla, I did trade the 965 call. So 965 call, let me just open this up on Tesla. So I bought it for $11.23, sold it for $13.80 within 4 minutes. So we made 257 bucks in 4 minutes, which is great. Fantastic, right? Stay disciplined. I had the 965, and this is what I was kind of worried about. So looking at Tesla today, I didn't want to stay in this position because I already have the 1,000 strike call on this, which so 965 for this week expiration. Okay, so looking at this, so I bought it at 11.23, and kind of what I was worried about. I mean, we had some crazy price action again with the drop, 937 on Tesla, ramped up to 967, came back down to 955, and I bought it at 11 a.m. So I bought it right in here when it started to break out. So I bought it right here, started to break out, and it ripped up at 11 a.m. up to, the 970. I was a little bit worried about this 970 area that I wasn't able to get out. It did eventually get out, but that call, I mean, it went from 11.23. I mean, I made it in 4 minutes to, I mean, the low of the day was 410, went up to $23. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, I bought it right down in here. So at 11 o'clock, exactly, I bought it for 11.23. And I sold it on the same candle for $13.80. The high of this candle right here is 15 bucks. So we left a lot of money on the table, but you can't think about that. You have to think about being disciplined, taking your money every day, day in, day out. Take profits and redeploy capital. And the times that I don't do that, I get screwed. So there's a reason why I do that. And that is a reason why. So overall, I mean, it was a good day. We got back. We're green on the week. Things are looking good. We'll see where things are going tomorrow. But like I said, watch the banks tomorrow. I'm going to be looking to cash out Nike. Look for SPY around the 310, 312 area right now, 307. So we're looking to see if we can get a push up on SPY to 310, 312, and then kind of evaluate from there. So if you watch this video to the end, comment, watch to the end. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.